I like it when a romantic partner continues to exist as a kind of curse. For everyone who watched the Reze Arc, I'd be glad if the presence of Reze remained in your minds as a lingering curse. That was from Tatsuki Fujimoto, the author of Chainsaw Man. And if you know anything about Chainsaw Man, it's clear that the series is in love with giving characters a tragic end to their tale. Reze is no exception, and now I'm at a complete halt. I'm so happy I finally got to watch the movie. I waited years from the first time I read her arc, to the first time she was ever teased in the anime, to the official teasers, the trailers eventually coming out in rapid succession, and now with the official screening. Getting to watch this movie was a dream come true. But getting to see all of that again like it's my first time experiencing this arc has left me nothing but this dreaded, empty feeling. And I'm so bitter. Excuse my voice as I'm recovering from a cold, but I don't really have an upload schedule, so it would genuinely be really cool if you guys would give my video a like, a subscribe with notifications on, so you know when a video actually comes out. I was one of the luckier ones to have the Reze movie release way earlier, specifically on September 24. And for the people that have already read the manga, even for the people that have already seen countless spoilers and discourse online on how it's peak cinema, all of that goes right out the window once you yourself get to experience it. Even though the trailers and the promotional materials feel like they're spoiling a big chunk of the movie, leaving you with nothing new to actually see, I promise that's not the case at all. This movie was not for anime-only watchers. You could already tell from the marketing that they were pretty much just amping up the longtime fans what they've been dying to see all this time. This movie was for the people who've read her arc years ago, to come back to these fleeting moments and relive the emptiness it left us all over again. I honestly feel like I can't articulate the amount of dread this movie brings me, and that's what that fucker Fujimoto wanted. If you've read the manga, then you know that Denji's gone through way worse events. So what's so different about Reze's arc? Why is it that in so many other, honestly, way more catastrophic and more impactful arcs in Denji's life does she continue to linger in his mind? In my mind, setting aside the clear bias, I think the difference of what Reze gives compared to the rest of what Denji received from other people in his life amplifies her disappearance so much more. The idea of what she could have been not only for Denji but also to herself is what makes her arc so heartbreaking. One really interesting thing about Chainsaw Man Part 1 is how it explores the idea of a teenager who was completely deprived of everything, suddenly experiencing the concepts of love in every sense of the word, kinship, motherhood, and now romance. Reze's presence left a scar within Denji, and it's something he never ever recovers from. Reze is not someone that's supposed to appear in his life ever again, but what if she did? That's exactly the kind of roller coaster someone like Reze gives you. That's the kind of curse she inflicts upon him for as long as he lives. Can you say the same for Makima? Okay, maybe, yeah, but the same question implies different meanings to whoever you're referring to. If you're asking about Makima, then the question becomes a looming theory about Denji's descent into insanity and how her return can ultimately shift the world at its core. If you're talking about Reze, then it becomes a what-if fan fiction, imagining a future where they either get to run away or go to school together, or even both. It doesn't even need to go that far. We can imagine a world where they get to meet up the day after they fight, in the same cafe after they agree to run away together. I wanted to see them talk one more time so badly. I already read the manga. I already knew what was gonna happen, but the way she was running to Denji on that same alleyway struck some hope in me that maybe, just maybe, she'll be fast enough to outrun Makima. Maybe, just maybe, they'll at least make eye contact one last time. The movie does this so well. We saw her desperately running to him like it's her last chance to ever see him. We saw how she taught Denji, we saw how she treated him, and how you're supposed to tell me that it's all fake? For Denji, that's what he heard. He heard that it's all just fake. But did that matter to him at all? Did it matter that he was told that? I honestly don't think so. He felt seen. It felt real. He felt love. He felt real love for the first time. And Reze was ready to turn that so-called facade into something real. She was ready to run away. He was ready to run away. But it's never that easy. It's been a few days and maybe even a few weeks since I've written the script for this, and and I can't. I can't think about anything else other than the movie. I want to watch it again so badly. I want to relive it one more time. I want to see her one more time. Only getting to see it once amplifies what Fujimoto says more and more. She won't get out of my head. It's been years and yet the feelings still hit like they've only occurred the other day. I've been listening to the soundtrack non-stop. First glance is the end to one of the longest waits fans ever had to endure, and a new beginning to one of the most beloved characters in the series finally getting her debut in the big screen, perfectly encapsulating the feeling of seeing Reze for the first time. In the Pool and In the Sea offer heart-wrenching parallels to their tragic relationship that gets me teared up whenever I give it a listen. Slow Summer Eve is so beautiful. Like a feeling you'll bear for the rest of your life because it might just be the last thing you can hold on to before disaster strikes. The 28th track, Reze, is bursting with saudade. What was given to Denji and what he's lost can be experienced in this track, and it hurts every time I decide to play it. The city mouse and the country mouse is demoralizing. It's just straight up dreadful. What happens is all but the same, and the way I see it was always how it's intended to be from the start. Give Denji someone he can feel genuine love for. Have Denji taken in his first romantic relationship. Give him someone who honestly cares about him and throw her away like the rest of the mice you see scouring around the city. What a devilish and outright evil plan from start to finish, and I'm left with nothing but an empty soul by the end of the screening. And I obviously wouldn't be so hung up if her overall character wasn't so goddamn perfect. Genuinely such an appealing design. They upped it by 1,000 from how she looked like in the manga, which was already amazing to begin with, by the way. Her bright and feminine personality honestly makes her so unique at this point in Chainsaw Man, and arguably the entire series so far. She is so stunning and beautiful in the movie. I love how they captured her playful quirks from being so overly touchy and clingy to being extremely playful and bubbly. I'm just so happy this is finally out, but all of the ramblings I make does nothing but solidify even more that Reze will reside with me for as long as I live. I love and hate you so much, Tatsuki Fujimoto. I hope you enjoy the torment and everlasting torture you put your fans through.